Hey everybody, this is James. I just wanted to apologize that there was no episode last week of 2064. I unfortunately suffered a hard drive failure at that time, and although I did manage to get all of the data backed up and everything, it did take me a while to get the replacement drive in and to restore all of the data back onto it afterwards. But now that all of that is over with, we should be back to our regular schedule of an episode every week. And I apologize for the delay, and I would just like to thank everybody who's been supporting the series so far. I really, really appreciate it. And now, without any further ado, let's get started with the episode. Hello, cat. Haven't we seen you before? I feel like we have. I know there's an achievement related to the cat at some point, but I have no idea what it is.
Might I draw your attention to those youths over yonder?
Sounds like something from a poem. Those youths over yonder.
Counterculture clothing, obvious bad attitudes, and graffiti paraphernalia.
Oh, didn't mean to skip that bit, sorry. How can you tell they have bad attitudes? They're only like... They're only like 8x16 or 8x32 sprites.
Those could be our suspects who damaged my home in the name of revolution.
Although I suppose if they have graffiti paraphernalia, might as well check them out. It, couldn't hurt to check it out.
Right. We should approach them cautiously as to not start a confrontation with the wrong individuals.
Indeed.
They may even point us to the true culprits.
Well, if they're even related to them at all.
Oh no, they've noticed our attentions. Come along, maybe we can catch them.
Good idea. And they're off.
We'll never catch them on foot. Hold on, I'm calling for an auto cab of our own.
Sounds good.
I know it seems a great deal of trouble for such a tenuous lead, but I have a hunch about them.
Yeah, I suppose it makes sense.
The wicked flee when no man pursueth.
That's gotta be a quote, but I'm afraid I don't know where it's from.
The auto cab is estimated to take 5 minutes to arrive.
I love that new little fist-shaking emote.
We'll never be able to engage in pursuit fast enough to catch up to them.
Nah, well, we could find another way.
Perhaps we should call Tomcat. Maybe they can do some bit of techno-wizardry and stop that cab.
Yeah, who knows? Good idea. Ring them up.
Excellent. Hold on while I connect us.
Howdy, folks.
They even had a little bit of static and distortion to the voice clips. Nice.
How's the search for the data cache going?
Actually, that's what we're calling about, Tomcat. We may have located the perpetrators, but they eluded us and are making their escape in an auto cab. We attempted to use a cab of our own to tail them, but it hasn't arrived and they're getting away. Can you hack the cab and stop it?
No can do, little guy. Security on those cabs is tight, and the dang thing will shut down its external net connection long before I get in.
I find it funny that apparently these auto cabs have better security than... Well, I mean, we're planning on going into Slice into Parallax, although we do need a direct connection to it. But, I mean, I suppose if the cabs are run by Parallax, it'd make sense that they've got at least as good security as their network does, but still kind of funny.
Unless... Oh, I have an idea. Sit tight for just a sec. Alright, that went faster than spit on a skillet. I did a job a few years back and had to break into the city's central traffic network. Do me a favor and don't ask why.
Will do.
The back door I drilled into that long ago is still wide open. I'm logging into the traffic management system now.
Apparently traffic management isn't run by Parallax.
Wait. Oh, shit. They may not have fixed that back door, but they did install a new counter-intrusion VI.
Making an effort, I suppose.
Oh, the damn thing is hot on my tail.
Why is there always just a comment about her accent? No, well, we know what a VI is. It's virtual intelligence. Turing told us all about it. So, what can we do?
I gotta take care of this VI. I'm gonna need the two of you to handle the traffic system. Turing, I'm passing control to you. Hold tight. I'm gonna be doing some 2 sets of hands on 1 keyboard kind of hacking. Just push on the map and load it up on Turing's face. Sorry, Turing.
Tomcat's doing some movie hacking. Just the faster you type, the faster you hack, and the better you are at it. It's perfect sense. All right, this looks a bit different than it did in the original.
They're on the move!
We've got that big button in the left, and now we have like a little limit gauge. Oh, and the streets are actually now labeled on the map as opposed to just in the little bits when you hover over them. Another nice touch.
Here's how it works. Use your display map to keep track of their cab and redirect it back to you.
Okay, so the concept is still the same.
You can trigger traffic nodes at intersections so the cab thinks the streets are blocked off. Do it right, and you should be able to steer them right back to you.
Alrighty.
You just gotta make sure to stop them where you're at, or else they'll just go running off on foot. I'll put a goal marker on the map for you. You can trigger any node on the map at any time, so plan ahead.
Yeah, I actually don't remember if they ever mentioned that you could trigger any node whenever you want. So, nice touch if they added that, because that's actually quite an important thing.
I'd say you'll have time for 2 moves every time they hit an intersection. If they go off the map, though, you'll lose them.
Yeah, we definitely don't want that.
Block every road that leads out of our grid, and watch the places with 3 exits you can't all cover in one go-around.
Alrighty.
Just hurry. I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to keep this VI from messing on the carpet, and once I kill the connection, this little trick is over.
I'll tap into the cab control node they're currently arriving at. Our top priority is to ensure they cannot leave the area Tomcat's given us access to.
Indeed.
I'll mark the southern exit as closed first. We only have time to block off 2 routes before the autocab will make a decision and move.
Alright.
We shouldn't block the route back here. We have to stop them where we can catch them.
Indeed.
Once you get them back here, press the big button on top of the map to shortwire the autocab.
Oh, so now you have to push that button in order to stop the cab. Huh. What I would do, I would just bring them back to where we are, and then by then I would have already gotten at least 2 of the exits already blocked off, and then once they arrived at our spot, I would just block off the remaining 2 of the 4, and then they would just couldn't go anywhere to begin with, and it would actually end the minigame automatically. I didn't even, there wasn't even an option to stop the cab. So, I wonder if that's to make the puzzle a little bit easier, so that way if you didn't plan that far ahead, you could just stop the cab rather than having to make sure it was blocked off at every exit. If so, again, good on them. That's really helpful for people who can't, or who don't think to plan that far ahead, because not everybody has that fantastic intuition with puzzle games such as this, so I can perfectly understand that.
Be careful. If you stop their ride anywhere else, they'll just run off.
So it makes it easier, but if you press it accidentally, you just can automatically screw up. Oops.
What do you think our next move should be?
Alright, well I have a system for basically getting them back here surefire. So what we're gonna do is, let's block them to the north.
Turn, I can't have you talking. It's messing with the signal.
It's up to you now. Don't let those punks escape, and don't trap them anywhere that's not here.
Alrighty.
We can access any of the control nodes in the area at any time. Plan ahead, and we should be able to get them. Got it?
Got it. Alright. So at 15 and Guerrero, we are going to block them to the right, or we're going to block them to the east and to the south. So they go up. And at 14th and Guerrero, we're going to block them to the west and to the east. At Clinton and Guerrero, block them to the north and to the east. Now, as you can see here, we only need to block them on one exit because we've got 3. So what we're going to do here is block them to the north, and then we're going to head down to 14th and Dolores and block them to the west, because basically if they get into these streets here that have a total of 6 exits, you've kind of lost, because there's no way you can make sure that they can't leave, and both of these 6 exit streets have a direct route out of the city. So even if you block one of them, you're unlikely to be able to get them to turn around. So we're going to block them there, and we are going to block the western exit at 14th and Dolores. Now, at 14th and Dolores, now that they're here, we're going to block the exit to the east, and then we're going to head down to 15th and Dolores and block them to the east there. So now, when they get here, they have to turn to the right, but we don't want to block them off at all, so with our 2 remaining here, we're going to block them to the west and to the south. Now they're going to move directly into us. And now I can either hit stop taxi, I assume, or I can just, I don't know if this still works, but I'm going to try blocking them off at north and east.
We've got them now. Let's go!
And it stops the game automatically still. Good to know. So, there you go. For those of you who just can't seem to figure this puzzle out, there you go. That is a surefire way to get them back to you without worry.
I'm gonna go stop them, and then we can interrogate the miscreants.
Alright.
What the hell do you want?
Oh my gosh, is that... Oh, I knew Nate Wants to Battle. He's a YouTuber who I watch, and he has a voice in this game, and it would seem that he is the one who voices the angry punk. Just from the initial sound of it. I'll have to listen more to make sure.
Who do you think you're messing with, huh?
Oh yeah, that's definitely Nate. He does a good angry punk. Or we'll learn his name in a bit.
You ain't got nothing on us, and if you don't get out of my way, I'll mess you up.
Hey, what do you think we should do? We haven't observed them doing anything illegal, and we could potentially make this go over smoothly. Or we could share news of this encounter with Lexi before things get out of hand. These 2 seem agitated already, and it may be best to make sure they're handled by the appropriate authorities. Those are the options I deduced: questions or cops. It's up to you. How do you want to do this?
Well, we are gonna be going with questions. It'd be smart to grill them and see what they know.
We just have a few questions for you, sirs, if you'd be so kind as to give us a few minutes of your time.
Did you not hear what I...
Maybe we should just answer their questions.
Huh, I don't know who voices the nervous punk. I'm not sure. Again, it's definitely a fitting voice.
I mean, we didn't do anything wrong, right?
Right! We ain't got nothing to hide!
Oh, I like I like that. He's got a new expression. Nice. What's in the bag?
You a cop?
Is it, Metal Gear? No, that's not what the voice... I don't think that's what I based this voice off of, but... it does sound kind of similar. It's like, what do you got in the bag? Is it Metal Gear? And also, no, we're not a cop. I mean, yes, we're cops.
'Cause if you ain't, we ain't got nothing in the bag.
That's not how bags work. Well then, what's the spray paint for? 'Cause that's also in a bag.
We're newbie street artists.
These are the tools of our trade.
These are all above board and legal.
That doesn't mean that what you do with them is legal, though.
We just got done making a piece for a client.
I mean, I don't know how easy it would be to find, like, below board like, spray paint. I mean, why would you even?
That's right. We're artists.
Sure you are. Why'd you run?
Running? Who was I running from? You calling me a coward?
I don't think that's what they were insinuating.
Right. We just got places to get to, and gotta go fast. You're holding
Oh, gotta go fast. That is a beautiful reference, and this voice, his voice, Nate's voice, does that. He pulls that off so well. Gotta go fast! Oh. Oh my gosh, I was not expecting a new reference, but especially not that one. Good going. This is ridiculous.
Enough! Stop assuming you can misdirect us with blustery words and feigned ignorance. I've matched the hues of those paints and the patterns of the bottom of your shoes with 95% accuracy to the scene of Hayden Weber's apartment.
Wow, nice going.
Now tell us what you were doing there and why you stole Hayden's data cache.
Now you're accusing us of stealing? Why, I oughta...
Chad, I think they're onto us. Maybe we just answer their questions so they don't go to the cops?
Damn it, Oliver! I told you I'm Starfucker now!
I only went along with this because you said we would go to a movie afterwards.
New emote.
I don't even care about this human revolution stuff. Just because you're dad.
Don't talk about my dad. Fine. Whatever. We'll answer your friggin' questions.
Why tag Hayden's apartment?
Aw, man. No big reason.
What is that face?
I mean, he's a big hotshot researcher at Parallax, right? We heard a rumor his place was empty. Who's gonna pass up a sweet target like that?
I mean, but a lot of children who aren't, you know, hooligans and miscreants, but that's besides the point, I suppose.
We don't need any more of this tech shit, like your lippy Rom over there.
Do you know anything about Hayden's kidnapping?
Kidnapped? He's been kidnapped?
Shit, we ain't got nothing to do with that. We just sliced the door controls and trashed the place. Wasn't nobody there.
Why did you take the data cache?
I told you we didn't steal nothing.
Be quiet, Chad. I don't want to go to juvie. Here, you can have it.
Oh yeah.
Okay, well, thanks for giving it back.
Why did it play the angry sound effect? I don't know, maybe that wasn't it. Maybe it's not supposed to be exclusively an angry sound. Who knows? Let's see, we could stay out of trouble, you're good kids. Give up vandalizing. Yo, I've never actually tried this response, so I'm gonna try it. Stay out of trouble, you're good kids.
Yeah, whatever. Just get out of my way.
Doesn't seem to have had any effect.
We hope you find that Hayden guy. And we're real sorry. We weren't trying to hurt anyone.
Yeah, I can kind of tell.
Alright, let's go catch that movie.
Great! Can we get dinner first?
Sure, whatever you want.
That's not right.
I'll say.
I'm certain I deactivated snow mode. Incoming call from Tomcat.
Hey, folks. Jess just called and told me she has a clear way to the access node. She'll get you inside, and I'll walk you through connecting me so I can access the Parallax network. That should help our hunt.
Alrighty.
Did you get the data cache?
Yes, those punks happen to have it.
Sure was a lucky hunch, but I'll give it to you, Turing.
Oh, great. We don't have time to worry about it right now, though. Go to Stardust and drop it off with Majid for me, okay? He'll hold it to pass on to me once I get there.
Alrighty.
I managed to trigger an alert within Parallax's network security, and they're going to be moving their logs from one secure server to another.
Fantastic. Perfect time to reach in and snatch some of that data up.
I need y'all in place of that access node before they do. No time for lollygagging.
No problem, Tomcat. We'll make our way there directly after we return to Stardust.
Well, maybe not directly.
We can worry about the weather ROM's malfunction later.
I'd rather not, actually.
Let's go. Our mission for Jess is done.
Alright, well, I'm actually going to be talking to the Hassie bar owner, or rather Ramona, I should say.
Hey!
Yep, that's what I figured you'd say.
I told you jerks not to break my ROM. Now I can't get it to stop snowing.
Sorry? Oops. What do you want me to say? My bad.
Those protesters are gone, but I'm still not gonna have any customers with it freezing like this.
This Hassie hot cup is the perfect thing to warm me up.
Oh, I didn't realize they had voice acting too. Cool.
Snow out of nowhere? I guess I'll wait it out in here.
Wow, look at it out there. So magical.
Don't think I've forgiven you, you dingus.
I can't remember who. I think it was either Matt Kahn or JJ, the game's producer, I believe, who said this line cost him $40,000. Here's to a $40,000 text line.
I better go get some Hassie hot cups going.
Well, all's well that ends well, right?
Usually, anyway.
I'll check the mesh for common issues with the mode selector on the 6703 ROM unit, and forward the solutions to the Hassie bar owner.
I wonder if that 6703 is a reference to something. I don't think it is, but who knows.
I'm certain she'll be able to get it turned off after the customer rush.
Well, that's nice of you, Turing. Alright, and with that... Save often. Save your sanity. Only you can prevent lost save data. Alright, let's head back to Stardust.
Welcome to Stardust.
There's Majid. We should leave this data cache with him first, like Tomcat asked.
Sounds good. There you go, bro.
All right. Tomcat asked me to take that off your hands and pass it on to them later. Thanks for getting it to me.
No problem.
I won't pester you about what it is. I know things are always very hush-hush with Tomcat.
You know, secret hacker, cloak and dagger. Kinda makes sense.
I'll make sure they get it later today.
Excellent. Thank you.
Alrighty. I wonder what he does if I try and give him the brick.
No outside bricks.
No outside bricks? What, you mean if I managed to find a brick inside, would that be okay? Wasn't expecting that, I have to say, but okay.
Hey, no outside bricks. Come on now.
Oh.
No outside drinks, please.
See if I can just give the brick to anybody else. No. 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 I'm a little bit worried, but I'm gonna try it.
No outside bricks.
Oh, I know what the title of this episode's gonna be called. That's fantastic.
Door bouncer must be slacking to let you come in carrying that.
I think I already tried that. Let's see, can I talk to Jess?
Alright, I'll let you in. But you better stay out of trouble.
Alright, and I believe if you ever leave the VIP area, you have to talk to the bouncer to get back in. Even though you can use, like, the left arrow to leave, you have to talk to the bouncer to get back in. But it's still a fairly simple process. No, I don't want to shoot her. Oh, I can't give him that. I don't think I ever tried this. Don't need those to dancing. Darn right you don't. Darn, I can't give her the brick. Well, let's talk to her.
Hey, I heard from my friends down the street that the protesters are gone. Must have been you, huh?
Yep.
Alright then. I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt and return the favor.
Thank you.
Tomcat said that if you got to an old abandoned access node, you might be able to find out what happened to Hayden.
Alrighty.
I called up a buddy who's on night shift for Parallax tonight. He can buzz you in, but if anything happens, you broke in.
I suppose that's fair enough.
This puts us at about even. Don't think about drawing any more debits for a while.
Alrighty.
Good luck. Keep me out of your shit.
Alright. Well, that was simple enough. Also apologize if I occasionally just skip to the end of some dialogue or accidentally skip over it. I have a very sensitive keyboard, and that's what I usually use to advance the dialogue and such. So I do apologize for that. Alright. Let's head on out. To the dog patch.
This is the place Tomcat said we should head to. Unassuming and quiet. I'll be honest, I don't think I would be in this section of the city without Jess giving us the all clear.
Yep, I'm right with you there, Turing.
The crime statistics are quite alarming, so let us get done with our errand here and move on to safer ground.
Alright. Let's see. Don't be worried about getting mugged.
I can't help it. Stealing a ROM is considered petty theft, and I'd really rather not be taken by some miscreants out to pawn me for a minor amount of credits.
Well, I mean, if they figured out, the kind of technology that's in you, I'm sure they'd get quite a lot more than a minor amount of credits, but then again, who's to say that they would even bother trying to make the desertion?
Our hypothetical kidnapper wouldn't even be punished worse than a slap on the wrist if it were a first offense. Though I suppose I shouldn't get too worked up about the legal system not accounting for machine sapience. I am the first.
Yeah, very true.
That I know of, anyway.
Also very true. Alright. We've got a turbo generator over here. Beautiful turbo generator out here. What's using all this extra power? Well, I mean, there is a data center or a access node right here. I mean, it makes sense to me. Smashing them apart, you say? I wonder. Nope, I can't use the brick, but I can use spoiled milk. So we could actually just choose here. I like how they give you a choice. So let's do it. Well, now it's a really smelly generator. Congrats. I'm surprised they didn't play the sarcastical boing sound effect there. There's a fan. This fan needs no service. Alright, alright. Nah, I'm good. I'm good. Aw, darn, too bad. Oh. Ew. Maybe this'll help. And it would also still be littering. This is some fantastic looking street art. Let's contribute to it. Yeah, I suppose it is ironic.
You know, right after we found Hayden's apartment in such disarray, I started looking into graffiti and street art more thoroughly.
Oh, really?
I have never much considered doing any of it myself, but it seems like an interesting avenue to pursue once I move beyond abstract expressionism.
Yeah, I suppose it wouldn't be a bad thing as long as you do it legally.
The simpler tags, visual shoutings of identity and existence. They exhibit a feeling I can sympathize with, but it's these larger pieces, riots of color and chaos, that really interest me.
Yep, they certainly make a statement, that's for sure.
Petty vandalism is beneath me, but there are other avenues for the practice.
Certainly.
For example, did you know that Los Angeles in the mid-2030s legalized the tagging of mural-style street art on any building without requiring permission from the owner or city?
Honestly, I don't even know if that would actually ever happen. Like, I don't know if that ever happened at one point. I think those mural-style things are legal to some degree. Like, I think you do need permission of some sort. And I know that tagging trains used to be a huge thing that they would do. But I don't know about just, without permission, you could just do it if it's a big mural-style thing. Just seems like that would just be total chaos.
It was chaos of the highest degree for a while, but now the place is truly remarkable.
I find it funny how I'm able to just somehow manage to figure out what they're gonna say sometimes. Just, on the very rare occasion, I can just almost say a line word for word. Because I think that line is unchanged from the original, but that's not what I'm remembering it from. It's just pure luck.
Perhaps I will visit once this is all done with.
Yeah, why not? That graffiti is actually the symbol of gonzo journalism.
Ah, I hadn't even noticed. Do you have much experience with gonzo journalism yourself? Reporting after or during direct participation?
I mean, I would hope not, because that's generally considered bad journalism, isn't it?
If you do end up writing on this experience, whatever you produce would be the very definition of it. You're too close to be objective now, and you're a key subject in this event.
Certainly true.
It doesn't seem to be your usual style, but you couldn't go another route at this point, and you're in the clear as you didn't instigate the situation. I've never had much interest in the practice, but spending so much time around you has taught me to look at events in a different light, perhaps only because I can verify your personal experiences as fact.
That's certainly something to think about, that's for sure.
Sorry, I'm rambling again, aren't I? And we're on a schedule. I don't even want to think about this.
Oh, it's fine, Turing.
What if we don't find Hayden? What if we do? My memory processors are shot from the stress of the past day. It's already taken a toll on me.
Aw, poor thing.
But never mind. Let's find that access node.
Indeed.
Let's find Hayden.
Alrighty. Seems to be the door to the access node. Let's open it.
Parallax Walk, AN-19 security.
Alright, we've got a gruff security guard here.
Hello?
Yes, can I help you?
This is Parallax Technician 329B, here for a routine inspection.
This late at night? Uh-huh. Kids!
Well, that didn't work.
Parallax Walk, AN-19 security.
23, 12, 49, 10!
Hike! Hey, I'm pretty sure this is a prank, but how about those Niners?
Oh yeah! Who's got it better than us?
Nobody! Yeah, buddy! Hey, have a good one.
I love that whole dialogue interaction. It's fantastic.
Parallax Walk, AN-19 security.
Alright,
Kids!
Darn. That always works in anime. You know, JRPGs, ellipses are always the way to go.
Parallax Walk, AN-19 security.
We're, friends of Jess?
I was wondering when you'd get there. You're at the access node on Cesar Chavez in Indiana, right?
That's right.
Good. Be quick. Don't touch anything. Got it?
Well, I mean, I can't promise they don't touch anything, but we'll be quick about it.
This conversation never happened, and you're on your own if you get caught out there. I hope you find what you're looking for.
This is it. Let's go inside, and I'll call Tomcat. This place doesn't look like it's had any maintenance in years.
Yeah, I know, right? It's just completely missing. It's totally invisible.
I hope the systems are still functional.
I mean, from the sound of things, they still are, unless those were all error noises.
Oh, I forgot you can't see in darkness. Maybe that switch over there adjusts the lighting.
You know, or it could be like the, push to set off massive alarm. But it says light switch, so I'm going to trust this game.
Oh, Tomcat is pinging us, forwarding video and audio.
Howdy! Y'all at the access node?
Indeed we are.
I'm set to slice in once Turing makes physical access.
Of course, Tomcat. Just walk me through how to connect myself, and I'll give you the necessary system permissions to use me as an interface.
Just patch yourself into the links terminal down there, and I should be able to get started.
I think that's a reference to Linux, I believe, but I'm not actually entirely sure.
Connecting wirelessly to it now. Permissions granted. Please be careful in there.
Don't worry, though. I'm an old hand at this. You won't notice a thing. 1 sec. Oh, shoot. Y'all have a bit more to do before I can get the info we need. This system's still running on old cassettes, and the recall slot is empty. Can't call up Hayden's info file without it.
Cassettes? Like, when was this station built? To my knowledge, there are no current systems in San Francisco that have, you know, stuff like this, or anything that still uses cassettes. It's like, I mean, I know the, you know, nuclear launch stations still use, you know, 5.5-inch floppies, but I mean, cassettes? Really?
There should be a cassette on the opposite side of the wall we can overwrite with the recall program.
Who knows? Maybe that whole conversation about the, you know, otaku parents not giving up cassette tapes, maybe they made a comeback and actually became useful at some point.
Pretty sure all that one was used for was phone monitoring. You know, from back when phone networks were separate from data networks.
Yeah, again, like, this thing wasn't built in, like, the 90s, was it? Like...
I swear, y'all, I just turned 22. Anyways, we need to move that cassette across the room to access the records. Figure out how to do that, and hit me back up when you've done it.
Alrighty. Seems simple enough. Alright, we can access security records, review the maintenance log, or operate the data transfer arm. Well, I like the sound of that third option. Alright, so let's see. Well, let's retract the arm. There we go, let's turn it around. Let's move it to the left. And let's extend it. Retract it. Turn it around. Move it to the right. And extend. Ka-chunk.
Nice job!
Nailed it.
I'm gonna put some more pressure on them to move the data now, and we'll see if we can't slurp it right out of this network trunk. You would have thought that someone would have noticed and decommissioned this access node when the neighborhood went to hell, but this mouse is happy to play while the cat is away.
Indeed. Why is this place usable for us anyway?
Way back when I was a youngin', when I first hacked into Parallax's network, I mostly did it to make a point, yeah? They were just about to launch the MeshNet system, and I wanted to show the whole darned world that their security had more holes in it than Swiss cheese. Of course, I wasn't too shy about poking in a few more holes of my own devising while I was there. After putting in some more tricky software backdoors, I went ahead and deleted this access node off the maintenance schedule.
Oh, it's an interesting forethought, but I suppose you could have had other reasons to do it other than this specific use.
Then I reassigned the guy who was supposed to keep an eye on it to a different location.
Makes sense.
They were in the process of buying up a whole gaggle of these nodes in preparation to set up a private network for themselves.
I see, so they bought up all these nodes, meaning that the nodes existed before Parallax bought them up. Which, I guess then, yeah, that would explain why, you know, these things could have possibly existed back when cassette tapes and were
all
thing.
Just to use for the MeshNet launch. Maybe a little too confident of them.
Yeah, kinda seems like it.
Most of the software holes have been patched out as they've upgraded their network, but this old place is just as forgotten as I left it.
Apparently they weren't upgrading their network in this part of the place, or ever. Why would they move the data?
I've been targeting one of their data centers with a botnet-driven DDoS attack, hitting every port into its network that I can find. Ain't likely to do much, but toss in a few attempts to crack the firewall and their VIs are shitting bricks. It's standard procedure for them to move their sensitive data to a different data center in case the attacker actually gets in. Make enough noise and it'll scare them enough into taking some defensive action, which is where we want them.
Alrighty.
The files are more vulnerable in transit.
Alright, let us know when you're done.
Now y'all just hold tight. I'll be done with this lickety-split. surveillance camera footage.
That's not a good sound.
Oh, God. Oh, Turing. I'm so sorry.
What is it, Tomcat? What did you find?
He's gone, Turing.
Of course he's gone, Tomcat. That's why we're here.
Shit. I mean, he's gone, Turing. Hayden is dead.
Well, that obviously isn't right, Tomcat. Why would they kill him? Can you send me the relevant files? You must have missed something.
I don't think you should see it, but if you're sure. Parallax, they had security cam footage from the hallway outside Hayden's apartment encrypted on their network. Just a short clip. It looks like Hayden started to struggle with a couple of big dudes when they broke through the door and one of them shot him. I also found some chatter about it on some darknet channels. It wasn't a kidnapping. Somebody went there to murder him. I'm so damn sorry.
Thank you for your assistance in this matter, Tomcat. I think I'll walk back to the apartment. I need some time to run some calculations about this new scenario. If you'll excuse me.
Should you follow them?
I need some time to myself, too.
If you say so. I'm gonna keep digging through this data until they kick me out of the system. I'll try to find some kind of lead on why this whole thing started in the first place. Maybe I can find something out about who killed Hayden and why Parallax has a copy of the footage. It ain't much of a silver lining, but we have the answer on Hayden's fate.
I suppose we do. Well, it's interesting. Now in this version of the game, it was an actual premeditated murder, it would seem, not a kidnapping. In the original game, they said that it was a botched kidnapping, or as they stated, I believe they said it was a botched raid. So, but apparently, even though they shot him when he was struggling, it would seem that they were intending to kill him all along now. So, perhaps they've changed up the truth behind this story a bit in this update. Suppose that'll be interesting to see.
Maybe it's time to call it quits. Anyway, I'll talk to you later.
Oh, you're back.
How are you doing?
You know, Hayden was a brilliant programmer, far ahead of his time. I am a machine, and intrinsically, I do not have all the glands and visceral chemical reactions that make humans so emotional and brilliant. But his code is a flawless replication of that, inside my own personality algorithms. I don't think I've ever felt this anger. It fouls my processors and fills my RAM with frustrating, half-finished plans of revenge.
It's alright, Turing. We're gonna get through this.
My motherboard burns in my casing from how little I can rest. I'm in pain, and I can't make it go away. Ugh.
It's alright, Turing. We'll help you. I'll help you.
I do not like the thoughts I'm having about the people who did this to him.
Personally, I think this is just such an insensitive thing. I wish they... I'm kind of surprised they didn't add another option here to, I don't know. I feel like that's a really rude thing to say, but can't you turn them off?
I could. I can disable those modules. But if I turn off every emotion I don't want to feel, what does that make me? Would I still be me?
Yeah, it's a good question, I suppose.
If I were human, turning off my emotions would be seen as extremely unhealthy.
That's certainly true.
There is a wealth of information on the meshnet about human psychology. I just don't know how much of it applies to myself. Either way, Hayden deserves my grief.
I agree.
It is my way of honoring him. It may be the only way I can. I offer it freely. Did you see the jade plant? It's doing well, despite the hardships it has gone through. There is a lesson there. I don't know that I can listen to it right now, but I'll try.
So, I hope I'm not coming off as, insincere or fake and, how I'm kind of sounding sad about this, because I really mean it. The voice acting and all this, special attention to detail that they've, and the polish they've given to the dialogue in this new version has, this part actually, almost choked me up in the original game, and it's, with all these new touches, it's really, really coming back, because, just, oh man, you just really want to just give Turing a big ol' hug in this situation. You just feel so bad for him, So, and actually, if you basically neglected the plant or continued to neglect it, I think if you either tell Turing that he can't replant it, or maybe just even if you do but you don't talk to the plant, then it will actually just die very quick, very, very early on, and then Turing, it just makes him feel even worse. He'll say its death is, unfortunate but fitting. It's another thing that he's caused the death of, so obviously it's much better for his morale if you keep the plant going. So there's a lesson there.
Will you keep helping me? I need you. To find the bastards who killed my progenitor. I need to finish this. I don't know what I'll do afterwards, but I need to see this through.
We'll bring them to justice, Turing.
Justice. Yes, good. I knew you'd keep me from losing myself in this. Let's make sure they have the appropriate time to atone for their crimes in prison.
You don't want Turing all started off on revenge. It's just not a good way for the world's first sapient robot to be wasting away thinking about.
Even if it takes the rest of their lives.
The rest of their lives. Darn right, Turing. We'll get them.
I think for now we should keep knowledge of Hayden's death between you, Tomcat, and I. It may give us an edge if the people we seek don't know how much we've already discovered. We'll talk after you've had some time to rest. You likely need sleep, and I need some time to... I need some time.
It's alright, Turing. Take all the time you need.